And here were the Clippers arriving earlier, getting mentally prepared. And let's get...
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
Compensating for the absence of a key player can be difficult, but they've got to hold strong.
And the Clippers starting five. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then there's Patrick Patterson. And it's Leonard in at the three, the small forward. And for the Mavericks, they've got Richardson. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the three. Patterson finds Zubac. Outside Leonard. Back to Zubac. Pass to Patterson. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard on the wing. 6 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Zubac no good.
And that's okay. Even though you missed, you had the right guy taking the shot.
And it's sent back by George.
Not going to be Paul George with that move. He's too long and too talented of a defender.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverley is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
Here's Doncic. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And it's good, 2 points.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Now, here's George. To the paint. Here's Zubac. Nice D from Porzingis.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
2 points. That one goes.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, disciplined, and that's a beautiful pass.
Here's George. Beverly finds Zubac. Outside, George. Patterson against Marjanovic. Leonard trying to break free. Zubac, that's good. Zubac has got his second bucket tonight.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why, lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
Now, here's Richardson. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. Richardson outside. Right side, Porzingis. Over Beverly, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And Los Angeles with some changes. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
Kennard's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Hardaway, no good. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Outside for Rondo. Over Hardaway. Here's Batum. Redick with the rebound. The Mavericks trail it. Down low. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA. .105 left here in the opening quarter. Outside for Batum, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
For Dallas, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Hardaway passes to Brunson. Cauley Stein with it, covered by Morris. From the low block, Powell trying to free himself up. In deep, Cauley Stein drops it in.
Nice work inside by Cauley Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Kennard with the ball. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside, Batum. Powell pulls it in. Right side, Hardaway. And there's the feed to Reddick. Inside, here's Powell. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
At times, I think J.J. Redick sometimes has to take the pressure off his point guard, running the pick and roll to perfection right there.
And that does it for the first quarter. It's Dallas. They lead. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Dallas, Jalen Brunson out there with Burke. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and it's Powell in at the power forward position. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Kawhi Leonard. Like
a gazelle cruising down the court, Kawhi's difficult to stay with in transition.
Doncic passes to Marjanovic. Here's Porzingis. The rebound by Patterson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Mavericks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Both shots good from the stripe. Clippers trail by 4. Now Beverly still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Leonard, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's on Porzingis.
Good job inviting contact. The closer Leonard gets to the rim, the more dangerous he becomes.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws here tonight.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Outside, Porzingis. Leonard with the steal. Clippers moving the ball around. Beverly wide open and trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Marjanovic, and Marjanovic with the slam.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult one.
Outside, George. It's rebounded by Doncic. Mavericks leading by 4.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Leonard looking around. Back to Beverly. Passes to Zubac. Kicks to Patterson. Leonard on the wing. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Clippers also making some changes. Band's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Doncic. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
Up top, Morris. Kennard on the wing. Back to Morris. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
And there's 1:45 left in the first half of basketball. And Doncic, here we go. Yes, that goes in. Doncic has got the lead back up to 10 now for Dallas.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this one. Just too many good looks from in close.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jackson against Brunson. Hardaway with the steal. One-on-one here. Shot left block, and it's good off the glass. And now it's a 12-point Maverick lead.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
On the wing, Morris. Outside for Jackson. Back to Morris, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Hardaway finds Cauley Stein. Here's Brunson. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Hardaway. And the shot is good. Hardaway has got the lead up to 14 now for the Mavs.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Cauley Stein, and Rondo sends it back. It's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. "17 seconds left to play in the first half. There's the pass to Reddick. 6 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. The shot by Cauley Stein, no good. And so that brings the first half to a close. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much danger. Thanks for joining.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Boban Marjanovic, he's really playing well.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Ivica Zubac is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Here's George. Pass to Zubac. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Luka Doncic. This is his first free throw of the game.
And last season, he made good on about 3 out of every 4 free throw attempts. And last time I checked, I think that's 75%.
And the second free throw, good. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. To the inside. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Just a super unselfish guy. Doncic is all for getting his guys going. Enjoys setting the table.
Beverley feeling it out a bit. Patterson dishes to George. Back to Patterson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Leonard. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Leonard's got 8 points.
I love it, Kawhi. When you have skills from the mid-range, you don't need to force anything.
Doncic outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Trey Burks checked in for Marjanovic. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Mann's checked in, and now they decide to foul intentionally. Dallas making a switch here. Marjanovic is checked in. And here's Beverley. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Here's Leonard. It's hauled in by Richardson.
The defender made him change his shot. Still got it up with the double clutch, but that's not what his coach was looking for.
Pass to Marjanovic. Leonard with the steal. And that's an intentional foul. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Los Angeles. Porzingis with the steal. The drive by Doncic. Fires it up. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Clippers trail by 15. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Dallas again turning it over. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. George passes to Zubac. Doncic against George. Back to Zubac. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Redick. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the middle. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Brunson the pass to Cauley-Stein. Makes it off the glass. Cauley-Stein's got 6 points.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Kennard the pass to Cousins. To the paint, Powell with the steal. And they're on the break. Feeds it to Cauley-Stein. Over Batum. It's deflected, and he recovers it. And he's able to get it back. And Cauley-Stein throws it down. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Now here's Jackson. Here's Kennard. Back to Jackson. Shoots over Brunson. Kennard finds Jackson. Here's Cousins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one drops.
This is what you get from Cousins, a big man who can catch, face up, and deliver.
There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. He gets it in there. Brunson's got his second bucket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Kennard against Brunson. Kennard with the ball. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Cousins. Powell with the steal. Fast break Dallas. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Now Jackson. Oh, Morris in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. Here's Brunson, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 19. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Clippers trail by 19. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Josh Richardson. Then there's Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Clippers making a change here. Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Leonard, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And George is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Dallas calls timeout. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Morris.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
Okay, Dallas, now stepping onto the court for your entertainment are the Dallas Mavericks dancers. Give it up.
Doncic looking it over. And the rejection by Cousins.
All over that one. DeMarcus gets himself in position, times the block beautifully.
Beverly finds Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Dallas leading by 17. It's Richardson on the wing. 60 seconds off the clock here in the 4th. Doncic outside. 6 to shoot. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense. And the technical free throw is good.
We talk a lot about second-round picks coming in and making a difference. Josh Richardson is one of those guys, and he was rewarded financially for it.
And that one's good. Marjanovic. And the Mavericks lead by 20.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Here's Leonard. Porzingis with the steal. Dallas shooting so well, 63%. The offense working as one cohesive unit. Richardson the pass to Doncic. Here's Finney-Smith. Just 4 to shoot. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. In the corner, it's Richardson. Cousins against Marjanovic. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. And now the Clippers on the break. Here's Leonard. And it's good off the back rim and in.
Look at the handles by Kawhi Leonard. He has worked on that part of his game. He has his defender on skates.
Passes it to Richardson. Outside, Porzingis. The pass to Doncic. Back to Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Zubac gets to Beverly. Pass to Leonard. Cousins with it. Beverly the pass to Leonard. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. And Los Angeles with some changes. Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Dallas.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Hey, listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Luka Doncic.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
Melly passes to Brunson. And Redick kicks to Burke. It's deflected. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Shoots. They get the rebound, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Zubac against Cauley Stein. Count that bucket.
With hands wider than the dimensions of the basketball, Kawhi able to control it with ease.
Brunson with it. George picks him up. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Redick passes to Melly. And Redick kicks to Brunson. Pass to Cauley Stein. Now here's Brunson. Redick for 3. Redick can't get that one to fall. A 3 from Leonard. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. Thank you, David. Great. Their fans are ready, and if this shot from earlier is any missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for this team. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. They've got Nikola Jokic. Monte Morris is out there with Michael Porter. Then there's Gordon. It's Najee in at the 4. And for Dallas, Richardson is out there with Doncic. Then there's Marjanovic. And there's Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. Outside, Porter. Shot clock at 5. Morris passes to Jokic. Porzingis with the steal. Doncic outside. Plenty of space. Denver grabs the miss.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And Jokic slams it in.
Nice to see Jokic running the floor like this because he makes himself a big target in transition.
Doncic outside. Marjanovic down low. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
Knocked away. Porzingis with the steal. Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Well, I like the mindset of Richardson here. Not settling for the jump shot.
Here's the Nuggets now with the ball. Morris outside. Najee passes to Morris. Outside Gordon. Now the pass to Najee. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And that's how you answer. I'd say he just one-upped him. Pretty good one there.
These two guys really like going at each other, don't they?
Boy, I tell you what, we've got a little bit of a personal rivalry brewing here, fellas.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for the Mavericks. Paul Millsap is checked in for the Nuggets.
Outstanding timing from Jokic there. Then the superb reach to wipe away the shot.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Now Morris. Jokic passes to Porter. Shoots over Doncic. Again, the Nuggets score.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Porter against Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And Denver has possession following the score by Dallas. Gordon goes in.
And no doubt last season was a bit of a step backwards for Aaron Gordon. After that breakout 2019 season, his numbers just didn't hold up.
And you know, Greg, the issue was his shooting. You know, Gordon had a tough time from distance, especially from three-point range. Some of that is maybe mechanics, but also shot selection a part of it. And I also thought he was a little more passive with the ball, maybe a little more indecisive. But, again, he's a young player, really young player, so I'm thinking it was probably just an off year for him, and he'll bounce back in good fashion. Boy, it is hard work trying to guard Redick because he stays active and is never still, always on the move.
And both free throws good for Redick.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player, excellent at the free throw line.
Harrison passes to Gordon. Can't hit that one. Mavericks leading by 3. Cauley Stein finds Hardaway. Back to Cauley Stein. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
But, you know, guys, we know Hardaway can score, but when he makes these passes, it makes him a lot more dangerous.
Nuggets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Pass to Chanshaw. Back to Harrison. Off target at the rim. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Hardaway dishes to CLA Stein. Pass to Brunson. CLA Stein against Millsap. Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
Denver making a switch here. Holes checked in.
And CLA Stein has drawn comparisons to Tyson Chandler due to his length and athleticism. It's important he continues to get better.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Harrison. Good on the three-point shot. And the Mavericks with possession here. 4-point game. And here's Brunson. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Such a wide open look.
You know, with good shooting form and technique and a knack for scoring, Hardaway Jr. is confident with the deep ball.
And so it's Dallas, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Right back after this break. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen here, guys, from the Mavericks.
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
And, you know, when the bench is playing such a big role early, that certainly allows the starters to stay fresh throughout the game.
Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Nuggets. They've got Harrison. Hole is out there with JaVale McGee. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Chanshaw in at the shooting guard position. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Dallas.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
The shot by Harrison, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
And, you know, guys, always a tough catch on the lob. Placement and timing have to be close to perfect.
Here's Paul. Bank shot, no good. Mavericks leading by 8. Finished off the break. Harrison's got 5.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
Brunson the pass to CLA Stein. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot block.
And it's slammed in by Millsap.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Brunson the pass to CLA Stein. And it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
For Dallas, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. The shot's good.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Harrison. He's got 5. Pass to Chanshaw. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Timeout.
Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks.
You know what? It's really rare to see young players like Doncic have such offensive creativity in their game. Deadly from the mid-range.
Now, here is Morris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Finney-Smith kicks to Marjanovic. And it's sent back by Jokic. Sinks it. And the shot from Porzingis. The Nuggets trail by 8.
And known as a tremendous shooter for his size, Porzingis wasn't quite as accurate last season, which surprised some people.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, some people would automatically assume that because Doncic attracts so much attention that Porzingis would get more wide open looks. But you got to remember, Porzingis missed a full season and was coming off an injury and needed to reacclimate himself to NBA gameplay. So that takes usually a season plus another season before you're all the way back.
And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Nuggets. They get it again. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And a slam dunk by Richardson.
Seems that Richardson just has a knack for always being in the right place.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Morris kicks to Jokic. Bangs home the trifecta. Jokic has got 5 points so far.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
52 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Doncic. And the dunk by Doncic.
Big time flush by Doncic. Man, this young fella really has a lot of game.
Morris kicks to Jokic. The shot comes out. Nice D from Doncic.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think big time throwdown with flavor.
That is just nasty.
Up the athleticism on that finish.
Now, here is Morris. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. To the inside. Jokic, no good. Richardson for 3. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They lead by 11. And, Shaq, what did you see from Dallas? And...
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Burke. Then there's Richardson. And it's Doncic in at the 3 spot. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half. And that one goes long.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Nuggets leading by 11. Now, here's Doncic. He's got 6. Marjanovic finds Burke. Doncic outside. Shot on the wing. No good off the back of the rim. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That'll be his second foul of the game. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Burke. And a switcher also for Denver. Shaquille Harrison, he's checked in for Porter.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And, boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg,
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Millsap's checked in. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Doncic passes to Porzingis. And the pass to Finney-Smith. Lock at 6. Here's Doncic. McGee with the block.
clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
And there it is for him. McGee's got his first points of the night.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play. Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
The Nuggets trail by 7. Morris looking over the floor. Porzingis against Jokic. Doncic with the steal. And here we go. Richardson heading to the hoop. And it's Richardson slamming it down.
Doncic using quick, active hands. The fast break started beautifully because of it.
Passes it to Jokic. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Jokic tries the double. Morris passes to Najee. Down low. Pocket 4. Denver passing it around. Kept alive. Jokic. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
How about that persistence there? Jokic refusing to give up on the glass.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And drafted with the 41st pick back in 2014. How about this? Jokic, the definition of a sleeper pick. He was actually asleep when the Nuggets drafted him.
The story goes on that his brother called him up trying to congratulate him, and Nico hung up in his face. How about that? Didn't hear the news until the next morning. He certainly has a different way of going about things, but there's no denying he's got a lot of game, and it's fun to watch.
And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. J.J. Redick's checked in for Josh Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Redick passes to Cauley Stein. To the middle.
Fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Hardaway with the steal. Cauley Stein with it. Guarded now by Morris. Cauley Stein dishes to Powell. Stolen by Gordon. And even 3-on-3 break. Najee passes to Morris. Inside. The dish to Porter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And just using those long strides to just kind of knife through the teeth of the defense. Porter daring them to hit him on that one.
1:07 left to play in the third. And we have an intentional foul there, G.A. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Chanchars checked in. To the paint, here's Harrison. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Harrison's got 9.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Pass to Cauley Stein. Kicks it to Reddick for the 3. Rebound by JaVale McGee. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Bull. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bull's got his first bucket of the night.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's Reddick on the wing. Back to Brunson. Pass to Bull. And he hits it to tie the game up. Bull's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You know, Millsap has no issues giving the ball up to the open man. Excellent awareness there.
He made it! He got it! Big time!
Wow! Oh, that's an important shot there going into the fourth quarter. They've been losing ground.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Mavericks ahead. They're up by 3. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. So on the floor for Denver. Green is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Paul Millsap. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Harrison in at the shooting guard. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Josh Richardson comes in for Burke. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Nuggets. They trail by 6. To the middle, here's Millsap. The shot, no good. Nice D from Porzingis. The Mavericks shooting at 50% in a decent groove. And they go to the intentional foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Doncic is checked in. Porzingis looking it over. Doncic outside. Just 5 to shoot. Buried from 15 feet out.
Boy, that jump shot is wet. Hold this, says Doncic. Any kind of airspace, and he's knocking that down.
The pass to McGee. Porzingis comes with the double team. Here's Millsap, and the rejection by Marjanovic. And it's out of bounds to the Nuggets as Denver retains possession. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Harrison passes to Bull, and he gets the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Passes it to Marjanovic. Back to Doncic. It's not going to go for him. And it's Denver the other way. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Bull with it. He's picked up by Doncic. Mavericks leading by 6. And now we've got the intentional foul. Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Doncic against Porter. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. And Doncic, here we go.
Well, you can't let Doncic have these types of opportunities, guys. When you aren't close to him, this is what happens.
Morris with the ball. Kicks it out to Gordon. Now Jokic. And the layup's good off the glass.
You know, it's evident that Jokic is comfortable operating close to the rim. He's outstanding with his shot selection.
Doncic outside. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
You know, I don't think it's ever too late to make a sweet dime. I mean, even if you're halfway through your shot, you might find a better one for a teammate.
And here is Morris. And Jokic slings it in.
Tell you what, with Jokic, you've got to foul him harder than that. This big fella takes pride in finishing through the defense.
And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Dallas calls timeout. They lead by 5. There's 1:54 left in the game. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Hardaway's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
So during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He wants them to maintain their balanced attack, but he told them they're doing a great job of finding space out on the perimeter, which has led to all those good shots. He likes the rhythm and the flow of this offense. He just told them, keep shooting it with confidence. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. And that's an intentional foul. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. They're behind by 7. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Porter against Doncic. Six to shoot. It's Richardson on the wing. No good from outside. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
It's the first, and that stretches their lead to 8.
Boy, Doncic plays with such an edge and attitude, and I think it endears him to his teammates and gives them confidence.
And it's Harrison with the ball for Denver. And that one, good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
And that's a foul called on Bol. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 9-point ball game here.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Here's Jokic from outside off the mark. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth. Porter against Doncic. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Porzingis has got the lead up to 11 now for the man.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Bucket is good.
If you allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
Here's Doncic. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's good. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Short a rotation player, nothing they can't overcome, but it does shrink your margin for error just a bit.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, and it's Powell in at the 3 spot. And for Dallas, Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And there's Porzingis. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3, the small forward. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. McCollum finds Nurkic. Back to McCollum. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And McCollum has done a lot to improve his impact on the defensive end. Very active with his hands and how he challenges shots.
Well, the blocks numbers last year jumped up a bit. That's kind of a nice indicator of what you're talking about, GA. And he just doesn't get tired. And if he can give some more on the defensive end like he's shown, it's going to help out the team.
Now, here's Marjanovic. Shoots over Hollis-Jefferson. And he gets it to go. Here's Lillard. And here's McCollum. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, as his confidence grows, McCollum gets himself into attack mode, and that's where his game goes to another level. Beautiful drive by the young phenom.
Now, here's Doncic. 2 free throws coming up, and here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Lillard. It's hauled in by Richardson.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Porzingis showing you what he can do if he gets that close. The big man up big time.
McCollum against Richardson. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Drops in the layup for 2. McCollum's got 6 points.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Porzingis, and so they foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. And the dunk by Doncic.
Has the vertical needed to dunk it. Doncic showing off the power and flair that he possesses.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Mike Powell comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Richardson. The drive by Doncic. Yep, that one goes. Doncic has got his second bucket. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. He doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, at the center and the swing position, those are two guys that still are very reliable.
Here's Nurkic following the score by Dallas. Nice D from Porzingis.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Powell, that's good.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Trailing here by 8. A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Doncic. Here's Simons. Brunson covering. To the wing right side. Here's Simons. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And it's not a secret. Cantor is a major factor on the offensive glass thanks to his size, strength, and excellent hands.
Now here's Redick. Here's Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Simons surveying the D. Here's Anthony. That one doesn't drop. Cauley-Stein with the defensive effort. And Redick kicks to Cauley-Stein. Now here's Brunson. D right on him. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Jones. And Jones slams it in.
Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Now here's Brunson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. With 4 seconds on the clock. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Mavericks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 8. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when...
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
On the floor for Portland, Hollis Jefferson is out there with Enes Kanter. Then it's Anthony. Then it's Jones. And it's Simons in at the 1. And he commits the intentional foul. A different look for Dallas. Zinkas, he's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Burke. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Norman Powell comes in for Jones. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Anthony. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
Just so good off the pass. McCollum set up and ready at all times.
Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Pass to Marjanovic. Banked in off the glass. Marjanovic has got 6.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Lillard against Doncic. Porzingis with the block.
Yeah, good luck getting a shot over the 7-foot, 6-inch tall wingspan of Kristaps Porzingis.
5 to shoot, and Lillard kicks to Powell. It's Powell on the wing. Three-pointer, Lillard. The Mavericks pull it in. And that one's good. Doncic. Now it's a 7-point Maverick lead.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
Here's Lillard. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And one thing that I don't think Dame Lillard gets enough recognition for, he's an absolutely fantastic leader for this team. The exact kind of captain you would want.
Dame Lillard doesn't do anything with regards to making excuses for some of the reasons why the team may come up short. All he's concerned with is how can we get better. That's the kind of leader you can get behind.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile one block.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
So it's Portland now. Hollis Jefferson passes to Lillard. A three from McCollum. Unable to get that one. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Richardson attacking. And the dunk by Porzingis.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
And they go to the intentional foul. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Cantor checked in for Portland. Anthony comes in for Norman Powell. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Brunson against Lillard. Stolen by Brunson. Now the Mavericks moving it up, pushing it up. And the wide open shot from Redick. And he overshot that one, missing. Trailblazers trail by 9. And a wide open look for McCollum. Portland no good that time either.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Hardaway, no good. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Trailblazers. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Cauley Stein grabs the board.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
It's Anthony with the drive. Cantor finds Lillard. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Lillard's got 6.
Well, powering through on the dribble drive, Lillard has the body control to take that hit and still score the basketball.
In the corner, Hardaway with it. Back to Brunson. And he banks in the layup. Brunson's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs.
Now they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
McCollum kicks to Cantor, and it's good. 2 points.
I know CJ plays the 2-guard position alongside Lillard, but he does have point guard vision, and that's a great find.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Burke, he's checked in for Jalen Brunson. Trailblazers trail by 7. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Simons, the pass to Jones. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Hardaway. The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The first free throw is good.
You wonder what the next step is, and for Willie Cauley-Stein, what he's done in the offseason to improve himself offensively. Maybe a few more things in the footwork category will help him out.
Here's Simons. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And so it... Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Luka Doncic had a huge first quarter. He had 10 points and 1 assist. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Mavericks?
Man, I know he's 20 years old, but...
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the...
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, Luka Doncic has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, It's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
They've got Porzingis. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut to just 7 points in the basket from Hollis Jefferson. Doncic with it. Finney-Smith passes to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Man, when he's playing under control, which is most of the time, McCollum is very effective setting up teammates.
Doncic looking it over. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. The drive by Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. A 3-ball. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And after burying 3 straight shot opportunities, finally a miss there. Still feeling the momentum, though.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Brunson's checked in. And then for the Trailblazers, Enes Kanter comes in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's Simons in for Lillard. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And that'll give him a jolt. Nothing like a rejection to light a fire under.
And Finney-Smith gets it to go.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Trailblazers trail by 9. Here's Simons. Here's Kanter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
The defender gets a little over-aggressive, which is understandable. Kanter is a big, active guy to try and guard.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Cauley Stein comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Hardaway's checked in for Doncic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. Brunson scanning the floor. Outside for Redick. 6 on the shot clock. Tries it from the top of the key. That shot off. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. The drive by Anthony.
How about Melo out there running like that, filling the lane, and you know he's going in there to get the easy deuce.
Now here's Brunson. Guarded close.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
Oh, yeah, and his teammates love that one. I'm sure he's going to hear about it when he gets to the huddle.
Here's Anthony. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Anthony's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And that field goal percentage climbing now above 50%. They look like a different team here in the second half.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. Throws it up high. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. To the inside. Anthony takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Anthony's got 6.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Cauley Stein, and Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein doing what he does best on offense, looking to throw it down.
There's 49 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Simons. No points in the game yet for him. Anthony, the pass to Simons. And Ennis Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zingas, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Marjanovic comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Burke in for Jalen Brunson. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Dwight Powell's checked in for Porzingis. Cauley-Stein comes in for Marjanovic. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Burke. Brunson. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Now McCollum. Count it. Good. And that's now 11 points for C.J. McCollum.
Well, McCollum has shown the ability to get inside and also finished. It's just how shifty he is.
Pass to Cauley-Stein. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
Resourceful move there, ending the period.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Mavericks ahead, leading by 5. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Anthony out there with Norman Powell, and it's Nurkic in at the center, locking down the middle. And they pick up 2. Lillard's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for Portland.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Here's Doncic. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And here's McCollum for 3. The shot, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. The drive by Doncic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
A fearless competitor. When Doncic is driving inside, he just embraces the contact on the way up.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. It's a 5-point game. Cullen passes to Lillard. Sweet move. He lays it in. And that's 10 points for Damian Lillard.
Nice pass there to set that basket up.
Doncic outside. Passes to Richardson. Dallas moving the ball around. And that one's good. Marjanovic. And the Mavericks lead by 5.
Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one. Tough to defend against.
McCollum up top. Richardson covering. McCollum against Richardson. And they call the foul. So he's... And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency, We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
Lillard dishes to Powell. Here's Nurkic. It doesn't go for him. Nice D from Porzingis. Mavericks leading by 4. Richardson attacking.
And Josh Richardson continuing to develop his overall game. Has such good height at the 2-guard spot.
First one falls for him. And Portland making a change here. Cantor's checked in. And Richardson drops them both.
And you can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line. And when he's on, he can be lights out.
Lillard looking around. Fires from deep. A three-pointer is right on target. Lillard's got 7 points here in this quarter.
That's a tip of the cap there. Always wanting to take the big shot for his team. Lillard makes more than his fair share.
Doncic outside. And they double up Doncic. Richardson left side. Porzingis finds Doncic. Clock is at 3. Rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's McCollum with the drive. And basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Man, he was a go-to guy in crunch time in college, and McCollum now has developed that reputation here in the league.
On the wing, Doncic. Guarded by Powell. Porzingis can't hit. Portland trailing here. And now Portland on the break. Powell, the pass to Cantor. Doncic against Lillard. Porzingis with the block. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Comes up empty down low. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. And the rejection by Marjanovic. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. Hardaway's checked in for the Mavericks. 1:11 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Lillard. Oh, and they take the lead. Lillard's got the lead up to 1 now for Portland.
And he wants the ball at the end of the games. You can see why Lillard's stepping up again to the challenge.
Richardson outside. Outside Hardaway. And the Mavericks call time here. They're trailing by 1. 56 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, C.J. McCollum.
Sensational game for him in terms of shooting efficiency. He's taken nothing but high percentage shots. That's how he's managed to hit over 60% from the field. I mean, making just about everything he's looked at.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. And Lillard gets to Cantor. Back to Lillard.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
36 seconds left here in the 4th quarter. Hardaway passes to Richardson. Down low. Here's Marjanovic. Count it! Huge shot there, and the crowd knows it.
Yeah, you gotta love hearing a crowd get this fired up.
Lillard against Doncic. Lillard, the pass to Cantor. Back to Lillard. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Outside Hardaway. And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
5 seconds left in the 4th quarter. He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. They're down by 2. 1 second left in the 4th quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And with under 2 seconds remaining, they need something quick don't have time for an extra pass here, but they want to try for a 3 off the inbound play and go for the win. Definitely doable.
So a close game sees Dallas taking this one. What a show they put on here. And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation. Short a rotation play. Nothing that they can't overcome, but it does shrink their margin for error just a bit.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a big part of the game. They've just got to make the adjustments.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Richardson. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, we've got Patrick Beverley. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Beverley. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Here's Doncic. And Richardson now atop the key. Back to Doncic. Shoots over Patterson. Here's Marjanovic. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Beverley, the pass to Patterson. Outside for George. Leonard on the wing. And stolen by Richardson. One-on-one here. Here's Doncic. The rebound by Paul George.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Now, here is George, following the miss by Josh Richardson. Doncic with the steal, and here's the break. Shoots off the step back, and it's in there. Doncic has got the first points up on the board for the Mavs.
Well, the assertiveness to his approach, Luka Doncic on the catch and shoot, easy.
George against Doncic. Here's Zubac. It's rebounded by Porzingis. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And it's blocked.
Wow, Patrick Beverley, barely 6 feet. Send it back, young Patrick.
Mavericks making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. Doncic outside to the middle. Here's Marjanovic. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's the Clippers. Still without a basket in the game. Leonard against Hardaway. Zubac the pass to George. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Patrick Patterson. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. And Dallas with a change here too. Powell's checked in. Dallas leading by 4. Richardson kicks to Porzingis. Cousins pulls it in. And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 2 points. That one goes. Well, Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duo.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
now
kidding.
He's an all-star last year. You know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son's a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play, excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds.
Boy, this guy just finds ways to score. Tim Hardaway Jr. able to finish with contact.
Cousins finds Kennard. Back to Cousins. Powell with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
Cauley Stein, a tremendous athlete and a dynamic finisher.
Jackson against Brunson. Out to Morris. Up top, Batum. The pass to Kennard. 5 on the clock. Back to Batum. 1:03 left in the first quarter. Cauley Stein with the defensive effort. Mavericks leading by 6. It's Redick on the wing. And here's Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
It's his first trip to the line. Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in. Trey Burke's checked in for the Mavericks. Clippers trail by 6. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now here's Jackson. Pass to Cousins. And the layup falls.
This definitely helps your offense. You're not relegated to the perimeter with Cousins on the floor. You can create easy opportunities.
Now Brunson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. And so... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Trey Burke is out there with J.J. Redick. Then there's Cauley Stein. Then there's Dwight Powell. And it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. And Cauley Stein throws it down.
You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Zinkas, he's checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Marjanovic comes in for Dwight Powell. Josh Richardson's checked in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Burke. George. That one, no good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Nice shot by Porzingis.
Well, Kristaps Porzingis understands with his length and size, those are high percentage finishes. Nicely done.
Here's Leonard, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Now, here's Doncic to the paint, trying to find Marjanovic. Gets it over to him, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Clippers trail by 8. And Beverly kicks to Leonard. And here in the second, with about a minute and a half gone by. Chalk up 2 there.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And the Mavericks call time here. Greg, as a young player, one of your mentors was Patrick Ewing. How valuable was that to have that kind of guy tutoring you, mentoring you as you were just getting in the NBA?
I tell you, he was the consummate professional and really an incredible leader by example. This guy spent infinite amount of hours in the gym in the offseason honing his craft. First on the floor, last to leave it throughout his professional career. And that's something he had in common with all the truly greats who ever played the game.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Morris comes in for Patrick Patterson. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Leonard. Doncic finds Marjanovic. And there it is for him.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
And it's Rondo with the ball for the Clippers. Trailing here by 8. Zubac's with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Bucket is good.
That's not an easy play. Paul George is an extraordinary player. Keeps his eye on the bucket at all times.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Kawhi Leonard is checked in for Rajon Rondo. And Dallas with a change here, too. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Clippers trail by 6. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And now they decide to foul intentionally. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Beverly deciding where to go with it. And George, here we go. And the dunk by Zubac.
Exceptional vision by Paul George. This guy is tearing up the defense.
On the wing, Doncic. He's covered by Leonard. Beverly against Doncic. The Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And that one is good. George has got 6 points.
You allowed Paul George loose in fast break situations. He's an absolute force in the open floor.
And the Mavericks call time here.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Zubac. Batum comes in for Leonard. Kennard, he's checked in for George. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Cauley Stein comes in for Marjanovic. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
He is born and raised in Toronto. Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Passes it to Kennard. Cousins inside, guarded by Powell. No good from Cousins.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Redick passes to Cauley Stein. Stripped it away. And pushing it up Los Angeles. The Clippers again in transition. And the dunk by Jackson.
And it almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
Brunson scanning the floor. Pass to Redick. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Clippers have gone 7 of 9 in their field goal attempts here in the second quarter. Pretty good offense. And here's Morris for 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And there's the pass to Powell. 4 seconds left. No good at the rim. Got it up. And no good that time. So the clock runs up.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie J. Checking out the Clippers. Kenny, what was your impression?
Well, you can see the comfortable atmosphere that these players are playing with on the offensive end. Guys understand their roles.
And that'll do it for...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Paul George really making a difference here.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
Kawhi Leonard is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the two-guard spot. That's the group starting the second half for Tyronn Lue.
Well, that's about timing and precision and knowing for Paul George how to use that leaping ability to get that alley-oop.
Here's Doncic. Shot clock at 6. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Richardson for 3. The rebound by Paul George. The Clippers in the lead. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Those three-pointers off the mark. Mavericks shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Richardson attacking, and he makes that one. Richardson's got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
And George kicks to Zubac. Pass to Leonard. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Beverley, the pass to George. 4 on the clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
For the Clippers, Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverley. Burke, he's checked in for the Mavericks. I'm glad we got to see the mobile one block once more. What a play.
Every basket's a big one in a tight game, and he is not about to give up an easy look.
Doncic against Leonard. Doncic, no good.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see.
Leonard finds Rondo. Inside, Zubac. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Doncic. Count the basket. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Doncic with the steal. And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
And he commits the intentional foul. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. A different look for Dallas. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. George dishes to Cousins. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Powell. Los Angeles with another miss. Mavericks leading by 4. Cauley Stein with it. Guarded now by Morris. It's stolen by Morris. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping, the fast break chance. Out to Morris. He dishes it to George. Drops in the tray. George has got 11.
Well, the 3-ball has become one of the best attributes that Paul George brings to the table. Great form, great touch.
Brunson the pass to Redick. Back to Brunson. Here's Powell. Back to Redick. Second chance shot. Out to Hardaway. Clock at 6. And here is Cauley Stein. He has 6. And the wing jumper offline. An even 3-on-3 break. Jackson passes to Cousins. Passes to Morris. Jackson with it. Covered by Reddick. Reddick against Jackson. Over Reddick. And the basket by Jackson. He's got 8.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes. Can find the creases with that handle.
Here's Brunson. The Clippers grab the miss. Now here's Jackson. 8 points for him. Now George. From 17 feet out. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Now it's a 3-point Clipper lead. Brunson with it. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. The Clippers on top. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the floor for Dallas, Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Marjanovic. Then there's Hardaway. And it's Porzingis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Out of bounds, Dallas will take possession. Mavericks trailed by 3. Here's Doncic. To the inside. And the rejection by Cousins.
The aggressive defense by DeMarcus Cousins, not content to just alter it, send it back.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Dallas calls timeout. Paul George really making a difference here.
He is on a major role today. This timeout was desperately needed. They've got to come up with a new game plan designed to shut him down.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He told his guys the inside game is working, so stick with it. That means posting, slashing, getting to the rim, whatever produces these high percentage looks. Kevin, back to you.
Here's Doncic. Plays it up and banks it in.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Los Angeles leading by 3. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Leonard. Lays it up off the glass.
Kawhi Leonard is 230 pounds of nothing but pure strength. What a finish at the rim.
Doncic outside. Pass to Kleba. Dallas moving the ball around. Marjanovic laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
And George kicks to Leonard. Goes back up. It's good. Zubac has got the lead up to 5 now for the Clippers.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
The pass to Richardson. Porzingis feeling it out a bit. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard with the ball. Nails the baby hook. Now it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
Well, they're winning largely because of this guy's play. He has been sensational.
Here's Doncic. No good. Great D that time from Leonard. And that's an intentional foul. For the Clippers, Patterson comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverley. The Mavericks also with a sub. Finney Smith's checked in. George dishes to Leonard. Right side, Rondo. Back to Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Outside for Rondo. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. The shot misses. .151 left to play in the final quarter. And here's George. And it's good for two.
How about the dribble drive ability of Paul George, the quick handles for a guy his size.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And here's Doncic from the arc. That one, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Outside Leonard. Here's Zubac. Offensive rebound. Mavericks trail by 9. Pass to Doncic. Here's Finney Smith. It's a hand on it. Porzingis on the follow.
Well, there's reach, there's size, there's wingspan, and there's a knack for understanding where it's coming off. This is a very difficult thing to keep Porzingis off the window.
Outside Rondo. Zubac against Porzingis. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, you got to respect the awareness level of Rondo. When his teammates have a clean look at the basket, the ball gets there without hesitation.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Well, that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good.
Now here's Leonard. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. It's rebounded by Dallas.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Now Rondo. From deep three-point range, off target. So the Clippers with the win. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it. And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this DA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, DA. Now, a look at Dallas' starting lineup. They've got Marjanovic. He's out there with Maxi Kleber. Porzingis is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 2 spot. And for the Nuggets, they've got Morris. Also, Michael Porter's out there. Jokic is out there with Aaron Gordon. It's Najee in at the 4. Now, here's Porter. Oh, Porter in position. Porzingis with the steal. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. They get it back. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
All right, Clark, old school lineups tonight. Both sides anchored by great pivot men.
Kevin, I can hear the excitement in your voice, man, and I share that excitement when you see big guys that can go at it in old school fashion. I love seeing that because we don't see it that much these days with all of the three-point shooting. We get to see big guys going to work in the paint. I love it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Jokic. Porter passes to Jokic. Over Porzingis. Jokic with the bucket.
Boy, the mid-range J of Jokic, I like it a lot. I mean, you got to D this guy up from that area, or he'll scorch you.
Doncic against Porter. And Doncic gets it to go.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And here's Denver. It's a 3-point game. Morris looking over the floor. Here's Jokic, and he makes good on the layup.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Here's Doncic. Here's Porzingis. There's the pass to Kleber. And here is Doncic. To the paint. Another shot. Marjanovic, no good. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Gordon's running. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard.
Tell you what, the coach's heart was in his throat, and he was in shock and awe. But now he's got a big smile on his face.
Here's Porzingis trying to get open as Marjanovic. Porzingis can't hit. The Nuggets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for it to start off this game.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Doncic, no good.
Yeah, he just flat out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Pass to Finney Smith from outside the arc. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And you know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Morris passes to Gordon. To the middle. And Jokic gets it to go. The assist by Morris. Jokic has got 6.
This is a big guy, a mountain of a man. I mean, Jokic is a sturdy, thick 250 pounds on him. It's going to take a bigger bump to disrupt this shot than that one.
Now, here's Doncic. Marjanovic kicks to Finney Smith. Offensive rebound. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Here's Harrison. Chanchar, the pass to McGee, and it's McGee with the jam.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
And here's Brunson. McGee with the block. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. There's 48 seconds left here in the first quarter. Count that one. For Denver, they've got a perfect 6 for 6 in the game up to this point. Harrison scanning the floor. Outside for Millsap. From past the arc. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. Denver with the ball. Millsap passes to Harrison. McGee dishes to Millsap. 6 to shoot. And Bull wide open. He shoots. And the baseline jumper no good. Pass to Brunson. It's Redick on the wing. It's Powell on the wing. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nuggets lead by 1. And the second. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So out there for the Nuggets right now, Paul Millsap out there at Bull. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Chanchar in at the 2-guard spot. Mavericks making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. Here's Millsap. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. The shot by Harrison, no good. The Mavericks trailing. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell. And Powell is a tomahawk jammer. I mean, when he gets a head of steam behind him, he's ready to throw it down. And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Chanchar off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Brunson scanning the floor. Dallas keeping it alive. A fresh 14. Here's Powell. McGee with the block. Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim. Count it. McGee's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nuggets. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Denver.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time. That's his second foul of the first half. Not a big deal yet, but something to keep an eye on.
Powell, the pass to Cauley Stein.
Boy, he's got to be disappointed in the result there. I mean, the defender really didn't make any impact at all.
Stolen by Brunson. And now we've got the intentional foul. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Takes the elbow jumper and trains it. Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides Rick.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, Wilson. Gary Payton, I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school. And it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
There's an awful lot to like about Doncic, but probably what jumps out at me most is how competitive he is. I mean, he wants to dominate whoever's guarding him.
Trey Burks checked in for Dallas. Najee passes to Jokic, and Jokic throws it down.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
And stolen by Burke. Here's Marjanovic, and Marjanovic with the slam.
Boy, like seeing these passes. Doncic has a keen sense for when one of his guys is open, and he gets it to him on time, on target.
Outside Gordon. Back to Morris. Gordon deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 6. Passes it to Jokic. Over Porzingis, and it's Denver scoring again.
That jumper is cotton candy sweet. Jokic has terrific form. Gives every shot a good chance of going in.
Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Doncic has got 8 points. Now the pass to Jokic. There's 42 seconds left in the first half, and Jokic throws it down.
Boy, the mobility of Jokic, very impressive. This guy gets to the basket well for a big man.
Doncic outside. From the stripe. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Denver leading by 5. Out to Morris. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands, too.
For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Morris against Doncic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Doncic, because he's so skilled and so savvy, he does a nice job forcing the defense into tough spots when they're guarding.
All free throws good from Doncic. Here's Harrison.
And Powell is a really reliable
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings. Some incredible work in this one by Nikola Jokic. He had 12 points, 4. And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Jokic in this game, he has been everywhere.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, they've got Maxi Kleber. Marjanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 2 guard. Millsap misses.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Denver in the lead. Bull the pass to McGee. The feed to Millsap. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Here's Harrison. Lays it up and banks it in. Harrison's got his second basket of the game. The Maverick shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Over to the left wing. Pass to Finney-Smith. Lets it go. No good on that one. And it's Denver the other way.
And where Finney-Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney-Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
Harrison passes to McGee. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Shot clock at 5. Harrison kicks to McGee. Over Porzingis. McGee's shot is off. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. The Nuggets leading by 3. Here's McGee. Porzingis with the rebound.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by McGee. Millsap's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nuggets. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Maxi Kleber. J.J. Redick's checked in for Marjanovic. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Here's Najee. Unloads from 9. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Here's Redick. Count it. Now just a 1-point Nugget lead.
Proving he's more than just an outside shooter. Redick also has a sweet touch from that area.
Morris passes to Jokic. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Redick finds Cauley-Stein. Here's Brunson. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. That's tipped outside Porter. Beyond the arc. Redick with the rebound.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Hardaway from outside. No good on the shot. And Denver the other way now. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
And he's just attacking the rim with force here. They need to try and deny him the ball in the paint to keep him away from the basket.
Powell, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. We've got 1:13 left in the third. Cauley-Stein. The offensive rebound. For Denver, they've gone just 25% from the field here in the second half. They're 2 of 8. Pass to Najee. Powell with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Cauley-Stein. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Cauley-Stein, a serviceable shooter at the line. Let's see if he can make them count.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Green's checked in.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
Redick up top, covered by Morris. Powell kicks to Redick. Hardaway for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Brunson the pass to Powell. Back to Brunson. Outside for Redick. Down to 5 on the shot clock for the lead. That shot off. Up in time. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. 3/4 of play in a close game here. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. Michael Porter's out there with Morris. Then it's Aaron Gordon. Then it's JaMychal Green. And it's Millsap in at the center, locking down the middle. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
And, you know, Millsap's good at getting defenders in the air with that pump fake because it looks a lot like his normal shot. But you can't fall for it if you're guarding him. That's how he burns you.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Mavericks trail by 4. Doncic outside. Pass to Porzingis. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does. Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
And that one, good. Burks got it all tied up now for the Mavs. And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something that they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
Millsap. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Millsap's no stranger to physical play. Doesn't avoid contact. And that helps him get to the free throw line quite a bit.
Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Dallas. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Now, here's Kleba. Trying to get open is Marjanovic.
Pretty cool to see Millsap turn shots back. I mean, he's a mobile, athletic, big man who is taking pride in his defensive work.
And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Nuggets?
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And the pass to Finney-Smith. Here's the 3. It's hauled in by Gordon. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up toward the Denver Nuggets. They lead by 4.
And although he's 6'9", Gordon runs and sprints like a much smaller man. He's got gazelle-like form and speed in transition.
Now Morris. Pass to Gordon. Millsap left side. Morris passes to Millsap. Porzingis with the block.
Tell you what, Porzingis showing great timing as the anchor of the defense there.
And that couldn't have gone better for them right there. Forget about playing it safe. They're looking to finish this thing off in style.
Pass to Finney-Smith. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Doncic passes to Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis. They can't stop the run with that one. The Nuggets leading by 8. Millsap looking it over. The dish now to Gordon. And here's Morris for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Marjanovic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Kleba kicks to Porzingis. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Porzingis has got his first 2 points.
You know, Porzingis' game is custom made for the pick and pop stretch big. This guy can do damage from the perimeter.
Outside Porter. Back to Morris. Doncic kicks it to Porter. Morris outside. Shoots over Marjanovic. The shot will not fall. Now Dallas takes it the other way.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Here's Morris. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Doncic against Morris. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Here's Porzingis, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, you can't allow Porzingis to get this positioning, guys. I mean, he's too big and skilled, and he showed it there.
Morris with the ball. So we see Denver get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
It's time now to go courtside as we send David. Thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Welcome, everyone, to the NBA. D.A.
Well, the ceremony.
Thank you, D.A. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. They've got Richardson. Bogdanovic is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Doncic, and it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for Portland, the high-powered backcourt pair, Lillard and McCollum. Powell is out there with Giles, and it's Nurkic in at the 5 spot. Now, here's Doncic. It's good. Doncic has got the opening field goal of the game for the man. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight. Chris, what an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Oh, Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spot these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch. Lillard is capable of getting up to slam it home. You got to keep him out of the paint.
Powell against Doncic. Goes back up. Marjanovic, no good. And Portland with the ball. McCollum outside. Lets it go from the wing. That shot, no good. And it's Dallas the other way. Here's Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Oh, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
And Lillard kicks to Giles. McCollum with the ball. Lillard outside. Here's Nurkic. And a wide open look for McCollum. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
You got to know McCollum is looking to fire off the pass. This is why you must play up on him.
Doncic against Powell. And Doncic, here we go. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
Lillard from outside. Giles kicks to McCollum. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Richardson. Here's Finney-Smith. They get it back. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. McCollum deciding where to go with it. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play.
He's disappeared this quarter. He can't get anything to drop. That's not going to help him get out of the hole.
That one goes in.
Oh, great flow to that possession. Two players totally in sync with each other.
McCollum kicks to Lillard. Kicks it out to McCollum. Takes the 3. It's through for a second basket. He's now 2 for 6.
A lethal shooter from downtown. McClellan, he enjoys opportunities to pull the trigger.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Now, here's Nurkic. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Passes it to McCollum. There's the triple. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. Tipped away. Powell with the steal. And here's McCollum for 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for Dallas. Marjanovic, no good.
And Yusuf Nurkic missing a whole calendar year not too long ago, was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic. Hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't miss words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
Now here's Powell, and it's Lillard on the follow.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Doncic feeling it out. Will it go? Marjanovic, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Porzingis. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Burke, he's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Here's Simons. 17 seconds left to play here in the first. And Cantor able to finish.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Cantor has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Here's Brunson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Enes Kanter. The Mavericks have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
C.J. McCollum, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Portland Trail Blazers. He notched 8 points in the quarter. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime I got...
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn, if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And taking a look at the Trail Blazers' performance here, boys, what do you think they're doing or not doing?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Yeah, they're clawing, they're grinding, they're doing anything they could to make the most of their possessions.
On the floor for Dallas, Dwight Powell is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Trey Burke. Then there's Cauley Stein. And it's Brunson in at the point. Now Burke. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's McCollum. Simons, the pass to McCollum. Mavericks with the rebound.
That works just like they drew it up until the part where he short arms the layup.
Inside. Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way. Launches the three. C.J. McCollum. And that's good. McCollum's got the lead up to 5 now for the Trailblazers. Brunson scanning the floor. Lets it go with the 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Portland leading by 5.
Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team. That's size winning out. I mean, he needed every single inch to halt in that one.
And good that time. McCollum's got 15. Here's Brunson. Dallas again missing.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Damian Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons. J.J. Redick's checked in for Dallas. Here's Burke. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Kicks it out to Lillard. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Redick inside the line. Cauley Stein passes to Redick. Misses off the left iron. Trailblazers leading by 7. Anthony with it, out defended by Cauley Stein. Here's McCollum. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
Offensive rebound. Can't hit that one. For Portland, they've gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9.
This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Kanter's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Hardaway dishes to Powell. Pass to Burke. Second shot on the way. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You see the length helping Cauley Stein right there? I mean, that's what allows him to be a factor on the board.
Lillard outside. Good on the shot.
Oh, don't forget about this fella for a second. He is the definition of dangerous.
It's Redick on the wing. Oh, good on the triple. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. They're on an 11-2 run. Lillard with the bucket.
Yeah, and the defense has been on their back heels with the way they've been running the ball up the floor.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Burke kicks to Redick. Launches it. Some solid defense from Lillard.
Got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
Cantor, the pass to Lillard. Back to Jones. A three from McCollum, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And so it's Portland holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready. Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. Their biggest deficit was 6 points. And
as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Oh, man, what a tremendous first half. Okay, obviously he's feeling the flow, and he's looking to keep it going.
Pairing up in the backcourt, Lillard and McCollum. Nurkic is out there with Giles, and it's Powell in at the three, the small forward. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch, I agree. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Here is Lillard. 8 points for him. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Finney-Smith passes to Richardson. Shoots over Powell. And the rebound by Nurkic. Nurkic has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Wasted no time on that one. McCollum's got the lead up to 14 now for the Trailblazers. Dallas shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Here's Doncic. Here's Marjanovic. And he banks in the layup. Marjanovic has got 8.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, that's what's frustrating because you did the job defensively to get the stop, and then you gave it right back.
Lillard from outside. The Trailblazers with a new shot clock. Mavericks trail by 12. Here's Doncic. And it's sent back by Lillard. Over to the wing. Shoots over Marjanovic. And too long on the shot. The Mavericks have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room with the break. It's good. Richardson's got his first basket.
Well, not a big guy, but Richardson has no fear of the contact. I mean, he stays strong and gets his finish.
Lillard outside. Back to McCollum. Giles kicks to Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass. 10 points for him.
Well, talking about Lillard, he's so good as a scorer in the paint. I mean, probably just as good as any point guard.
Baseline jumper. and misses it off the right side of the rim.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, he just hit a rough patch. He's trying to climb out of it, but he hasn't been successful. It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Powell against Porzingis for three. And no good that time. And it's Portland the other way.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Mavericks trail by 12. Finney-Smith passes to Richardson. And it goes down 2 points. Richardson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Trailblazers making a switch here. Simons is checked in. And the Mavericks with some changes. Lillard with the bucket.
There you go. His first three-pointer of the night. That should calm him down. Maybe even get him going a little bit.
Here's Brunson. Pass to Burke. .104 left in the third quarter. Lillard from outside. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball. Giles kicks to Lillard. Connects from three-point range. Lillard's got 16 points.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. First free throw is good. A different look now for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Giles. And Jones subbed in for Powell.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. And again, it's the Trailblazers from deep.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Now here's Brunson. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Jones dishes to Cantor. Jones the pass to Cantor. Kicks it out to Jones. That's a two from Lillard, and the Trailblazers getting another bucket right there.
All right, I'm telling you, don't let Lillard get in rhythm. Once he's feeling it, he's going to burn you on every possession.
And so it's the Portland Trailblazers taking a 19-point lead into the break. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
It makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. We've got Jalen Brunson. He's out there with J.J. Redick. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Porzingis. And it's Finney-Smith in at the power forward position. Simons the pass to Lillard. The pass to Simons. Redick with a double team. From 20 feet out. Simons the pass to Cantor. Second shot opportunity. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Lillard is such a crafty finisher. Even when he takes a pounding, he sticks with it.
A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Hardaway. Josh Richardson comes in for J.J. Redick. And Doncic is subbed in for Jalen Brunson. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof.
Wow. I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree with you. Lillard dishes to Carmelo, and the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him. And now, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Trailblazers leading by 18. Anthony finds Lillard. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. It's stolen by Jones. And now Lillard pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Cantor, the pass to McCollum. Over Richardson. They grab their own miss. Passes to Anthony. Back to Lillard. Jones for three. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Kicks it out to McCollum. Takes a three. Leaps for it. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. Mavericks trail by 18. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Doncic, no good.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Simons. Cantor kicks to Jones. Pass to Simons. Portland again missing. And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
That's what they're looking for. They need him to take on a bigger role this game.
Simons, the pass to Cantor. Shoots. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Mavericks trail by 16. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Mavericks have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Portland.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Lillard.
His vision and his ball movement impressed me the most. A tremendous night for him passing the basketball.
Both teams will make substitutions. And Cantor drops them both.
One of my favorite trash talkers in the NBA, Cantor, never really shies away from taking jabs at opponents. And I think his teammates like that.
Redick finds Brunson. Three-pointer. And that one's good.
You can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, how they ended this one is much different than how they started it. And that's a shame.
It's McCollum on the wing. Burke covering. 5 to shoot. Powell, no one around him. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Trailblazers lead by 16. Brunson the pass to Burke. Outside, Redick. Kleba inside. He's covered by Cantor. Was shot by Reddick, no good. Here's Giles. Kicks to Lillard. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it for